uh, on the Convoy Twins, I always have this always bothered me. This always bothered me is when the mighty God, the merciful God, created this human being, one body, two heads. How are we going to deal with the birth certificate? Are we going to have one birth certificate with two names on it, two social security numbers, and description like two blue eyes, two black eyes, and I don't have an answer for this, and I don't know how to answer it. And the other thing is, we know I did not create this conjoined twins. You did not. Somebody else did. Now, if God does not mind creating this horrible birth defect person, would he mind that if he would have created Jesus in the same manner, two head, one body? So if he does not agree on creating Jesus in that form because it's his son, what gives him the right to create this person for other people, as their kids? If this is considered double standard, it's not good for me, but it's good for the rest of the people. And what is the point of imposing this? What is the point? He's perfect and he does everything perfect. Why he goofed on this one? Now, the most common answer for all religion people or leaders, I'm going to say people, I'm going to say religion preacher. I'm going to use the word preacher from now on. And that implied for any kind of religion, no exception. The normal and the usual answer for any preacher would be, there is a reason for it. Okay? Now, you ask them, what is the reason? They might try to go and fabricate different excuses and reasoning, which, in fact, they themselves, they don't believe in it. Or you might find one honest person out of them that would say, God knows. So that's even a better answer than try to manipulate and fake and true answers. Another point here. I personally don't believe in any religion, any, and I believe in mankind and humanity. So I replace religion with mankind and humanity. And I don't believe in marriage. I believe in love. Marriage is a man-made thing. The only difference between marriage and love is a piece of paper. And children's coming out of marriage. My explanation for that it's forbidden to have kids without marriage. It might make sense if you look at it this way. Before the introduction of birth control pills and condoms and some other surgical procedure that can prevent pregnancy, the society came with the idea of it is taboo and God forbid any intercourse before marriage. Only if you look at it this way, the intention was the good for the society, preventing from having kids where they don't know their father or things like that. Now, said so, in today's standard, a male and female, or two male, two female, I don't care, they, by their own wishes, they agree to have an intimate relation. Who are you or the religion to tell you that they're not? On one condition, if they do not cause a harm to a third party, like having a child and then abandon that child. That's a case that I don't agree. But if they use all the methods to prevent that, and they both want to spend intimate moments, who could say anything about their freedom of choice? One more time, if the intention was to enjoy and not to hurt third party, when I say third party, get pregnant and have a child and then abandon the child, things like that, that is inhumane. But if they both physically, they're not capable of having children, what's wrong with having sex 20, 50, 60, I don't know how many times a week? There is no harm for anybody else, and they both agreed, and that's that choice, that's the freedom of choice. Now, what's going to change the fact that this piece of paper, they pay $50 for it, when you go to the church and have the preacher approve it? And another funny thing is, you go there in the ceremony at the end of the wedding procedures, the priest will say, I hereby, by the power vested in me, I hereby announce you man and woman, and you may kiss the bride. I mean, who are you to give them the permission to kiss the bride? They've been together having sexual relation probably for a couple of years, and they're waiting for your permission so they can kiss each other. I mean, that's an insult for the mankind eternity to have to wait for somebody, for a third party to give you permission to kiss your bride. That's an insult. You don't need a permission from nobody. You just go ahead and kiss that bride. And by the power vested in me. I mean, did Adam and Eve have a marriage certificate when they came? Who performed their marriage? Now, what priest was there? It's natural. Man and wife, they want to be together. It's happening, And then we, society and religion, impose those rules on us. I'm a firm believer that society, I would say it 3 times, society is mankind #1 enemy. Mankind #1 enemy. The whole purpose of society is deprive us from our true meaning of freedom. Do this, don't do that. This is acceptable, this is right, this is wrong. You should speak in this manner, you should not do that, And religion is part of the society. So when I say society is mankind #1 enemy, that includes religion. We are not excluding religion. It will be nice when we live peacefully, do whatever we want, as long as we don't hurt others, as long as we exercise our freedom without hurting others. So, for example, back home, if a male will dress in a yellow shirt or an orange shirt as a male, the society will reject that. Who cares? I like this color, I like that color. Another example, you have a perfume, and the smell of that perfume is what you like. If it says on the bottle, woman perfume, instantly, automatically, you throw it away. You don't put it if you're a male. If it says male perfume, then you put it. And who make it male, female? It's only the smell. The society or the manufacturers, now he decided that, oh, this is going to be for the male, this is going to be for female. Perfume It's a perfume. I like the smell of it, I'm going to wear it. Doesn't make difference if it says male or female. Same thing for the female. But again, they would be embarrassed to wear a perfume that is for women on a man, even though probably I like that one or she liked that one. It's only because they're scared of the society. Same thing on the fashion. Same thing on the way you. Who said that topless is wrong? I mean, the breast is like like any other part of your body. It's like your hand. Okay, half of Africa they're topless. It's the society says so, and we have to comply with that. So, and we can think of so many other examples of how society affects our freedom, and when it affects our freedom, we don't stop at that thing. It creates problems. It creates problems, depriving me from what I want to do, again, for things that will not hurt nobody. But the society is always restricting my freedom of choice. And again, we made the society rules. Everything in life should be based on common sense and what is called in America, I love this one, called the golden rule. You don't like people to steal from you, don't steal from people. You don't like people to kill you, don't kill people, and goes on. You don't have to read the Bible or the Quran or anything. You can't read the Bible. I think the Torah is about 36 volumes. You can read that, and then I'm pretty sure for each volume there is another explanation book for that volume, which goes maybe for another 10 books, and you're still reading and reading and reading. By the time you acquire all the rules and regulations and instructions, probably you're dead before you finish reading everything. So you're in sin or anyhow. So you already sin anyhow, because the only way that you will not sin is like at age 12, that whole knowledge you should acquire and then start on with your life. Is not like as we go, we keep learning. But if you didn't finish learning before your death, then you must have already committed so many sins because the knowledge was not there. So, and again, I said this before, no matter what you do in any religion, you have to do more. You have to do more. Do more, that means you don't need to enjoy what you want to enjoy. Just keep worshiping, thanking, praying, reading the Bible, instead of listening to relaxing music, going and relax on a riverside or on the beach or watch some comedy shows, then you're not a good, faithful person.